This is ECM advisor Shane Combs. I'm here with USF student Jocelyn Hall. Jocelyn, do I have your permission to record this conversation?
Yes.
Great. I was hoping you could start today's session by logging into your My USF account and just staying on the main page.
Okay. Sorry. I'm logged in.
Awesome. So at the bottom of your screen on the Teams, there should be a little computer with an arrow that says Share. Can you hit that button for me?
Yes. Did it not share?
Yes. And can you bring your My USF account back up? And then make it as large as possible, please. Awesome. So now I'm going to request control of your computer, and it will give you a prompt to allow me to do so.
Okay.
Awesome. Did you get that prompt?
No.
Should be at the bottom of your screen.
Got it. Give control. So can you see my screen now, or?
I can see it, but I cannot control it yet. There we go. Do you see me on your screen?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. So let me see if I can do this now. Awesome. So I'm going to do a few things. Where is your Teams at?
Yeah.
I got it down here. So what I'm going to do a few things for you. I'm going to blur your background. And then I'm also going to turn on live captions so that on our screens it should do some live closed captioning.
Okay.
Awesome. So your first question was about knowing when you can register for summer and fall 2020. Everything registration will always be an Oasis, so I'm going to start you there and you can follow along with me.
Okay.
So it is student registration status. And we can see no matter what you pick, summer and fall will show you the same thing. One thing that happens at USF that's different from last term is you will register for both summer and fall at the same time.
Okay.
So we can see that your registration begins at April 7th at 3 p.m. Now keep in mind, every student has a different registration time based on a variety of factors. So this may not be when your roommate's going to register or your best friend's going to register. So that is your exact time, and you're going to want to start the moment you get that chance.
Okay.
You have no holds, so there's going to be nothing that prevents us from registering when your time opens. All right, so you had asked, you had mentioned that you won't be in the Bay Area during this summer and wanted to take some online classes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back into Oasis, and I'm going to just kind of show you this one time how to use the schedule planner. And the good news is I'm recording the session so you can go back and play it.
Okay.
So we're going to pick summer 2020 first. Now, we're going to leave all campuses. In the past, USF had separate campuses. They're now all consolidated, meaning that you can take an online class as long as I deem it appropriate at if another campus is hosting it.
Okay.
So what we're going to do, since you want to do online only, a couple things. I want to do open only for our class status. I'm going to go to instruction mode and put fully online. One thing you need to be aware of is sometimes Online classes may have in-person components, so you always want to select the 100% online portion.
Okay.
Awesome. So we're going to go to add course. And you know that sometimes you can add a course if you know the name and the code. But I looked at your DegreeWorks, and you have 2 Gen Ed categories still open that I think would make prime summer online categories. So you have an opening in DegreeWorks under Creative Thinking. So we can just type in Creative Thinking. And because of the filter, you're only going to see 100% online summer 2020 that are available now. Right? And so we were exploring both business and engineering majors. Business happens to have a very important gen ed opening there, microeconomics. So I'm going to add that course.
Okay.
Now your other open gen ed category, humanities, really doesn't have courses that are going to help you find if a business or engineering major is right for you. They're going to be a little bit less rigorous, but they're great for summer courses, especially online, where we're always worried about that format causing issues. The most popular is going to be Introduction to Humanities. So we add that course. And we come down here, and we have the 2 that we wanted selected. We hit Generate. And luckily, you're going to see that with online, because they don't actually fulfill a space in the planner here, there should be no reason that you would have any kind of conflicts. However, a couple things to note. There are 3 summer sessions in college. Summer A is the first half, summer B is the second half, summer C is all summer, which in itself is only 12 weeks as compared to a 16-week fall and spring. So you can see here, right now, you have 2 options. One's being hosted by St. Pete. One is being hosted by Tampa. But a couple things, right? We're seeing online exams. So even though there are exam dates, they're online.
Okay.
And down here, you can see one is a summer A, one is a summer B. That's also reflected up here. So when you come back, all this will be saved. And what you can do is, I'm trying to zoom it out a little bit, is use this other over function, and you can just go through your various options, and you can see that sometimes their part of term is changing, sometimes the host institution is changing, and you can choose any one of those.
I see.
Awesome.
Thank you.
So, oh, no problem. So the other thing I want to talk about now is fall a little bit. So after this appointment is over, I'm going to send you a full list of classes to choose from based on your interest. It'll also be noted in your archive of notes. So either way, you'll have in writing the exact class codes that I want you to research for registering for.
Oh.
But for now, I want to show you a little something interesting. So math is probably the most difficult subject to advise for when a student is exploratory, because different maths will require, or different majors will require different math selections. So this is the 8-semester plan website, also known as the Plan of Study website. I will also send you this link after our recap email, but I want to show you something. So we choose accounting as one of the business majors. And we see that down here, they start with MAC 2233, which is business calculus, the preferred math of the business major. However, they have all these other ORs. These are regular calculus 1, engineering calculus, life science calculus. The College of Business will take any calculus as equivalent to their business calculus. So if you were a student who was very sure they were going to be a business major, I would probably have you sign up for business calculus. However, since you are also considering mechanical engineering, I want to come down here and show you something. Way down here. Apparently we have lots of majors. Here we go. So engineering will only take engineering calc or regular calc. So for a student like yourself judging between business calc and engineering, the safest bet is to actually take regular calculus, MAC 2281, which you do qualify based on previously passing pre-calculus. And that way, if a year from now you end up in the business major, you don't have to go retake business calculus. That major will count it as equivalent.
Okay.
That all make sense?
Yes.
Awesome. So the last two things you had mentioned in your appointment request notes was using student orgs to get more involved in your major and doing the same for faculty. Two resources that I'm going to suggest for you. So going back to my USF, we're going to go into student organizations. And this is our BullSync, OrgSync, student org website. And so, for instance, we can type in engineering and see all the various organizations that are involved with them. So one, for example, that I would look into is the American Association of Women in Engineering here at USF.
Okay.
And I'm going to go through a few things for you. First, when you hit join here, all you do is get on their listserv to return their emails. There's no big commitment with doing so. The reason I always recommend a freshman do this is twofold. One, we want to see if this org is active, right? Not every organization is going to be active at that time. So if over the next 3 months you don't get a single email from them, you know they're not meeting regularly.
Mm-hmm.
The other reason is I know it's very easy to join the more casual fun clubs, but a lot of freshmen are a little more anxious about joining a major related club. One of the things, if you don't have time to join this semester, just get the emails and just see what they're talking about and what they're doing, so that by next fall, when maybe you are ready to engage, you're up to date with how they're interacting with each other.
Okay.
Awesome. So the other thing I want to show you is now you actually have the ability to reach out to the members of the club, right? So we're going to hit this and you can actually get Kelly's email. Now, one thing right now, I would imagine most of the clubs are not going to be doing a lot of meeting, what's going on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to email you a template email that you can send out to this president, kind of asking them when an appropriate time for a first attendee may be.
Okay, thank you.
No problem. And this is going to do two things for you. One, not every meeting of a club is actually appropriate for a first-time attendee. Sometimes our students finally get the courage to go to that meeting, and then they go to something and it's a semester-long project or a workshop for seniors. So by asking an appropriate time, you get that best meeting time. Also, again, with the anxiety of going to these more high-level clubs, if anyone asks you what you're doing there, you can just say the president told you to be there. Right? Makes you a little less anxious about going into a group of strangers, right?
Right.
Awesome. So again, I'll send you an email template after this to kind of help you. I know networking is new to a lot of freshmen, but what's great is you can use this template that I'm going to email you with any club that you're looking to explore that'll help you with your major and career.
Okay.
That sound good?
Yes.
Awesome. So your last question was similar, but doing it on the faculty side, right? How to get a faculty mentor or get involved with research here at USF, which is a big part of a student finding their major and career. So it's a two-step process. One, we actually have a student organization associated with this department. We here at USF have something called the Department of Undergraduate Research. And so again, we're just going to join. It looks like you're already on their listserv, so that's good. So again, you can repeat that step I showed you earlier about reaching out to the club president and finding a good time to get involved. But I want to show you another option for you. So we're going to prepare. So what I've done is enrolled you in their Canvas module. Now, please know this is not for a grade. It's not a class, but it will show up on Canvas just like any of the other ones. So we will find it down here somewhere. I'm going to star it for you so it shows up on your main dash. And so what this is a self-paced guide to finding a faculty mentor. Self-paced meaning you go at your own way. I've had students do it all in a single weekend. I've had students take the semester or two to go through it in their spare time. But the pinnacle of this is to empower you to reach out to a faculty member and get involved in a research team by next semester.
Okay.
Awesome. So in your free time, just as that goes through, you can call me if you have any questions, email me with any questions. So I just want to send a last recap. So
Okay.
after we're done here today, I'm going to hang up. I'm going to send you an email that's going to outline your choices for summer and fall classes. I'm going to send you that template for reaching out to the student orgs. And then I just want you to keep in touch as you go through the undergraduate research mentor search and let me know if I can help you in any way.
Okay. Thank you, Shane.
Awesome. Well, it was great talking to you, and I will see you soon.
See you soon.
Bye.